Yes, hello. My name is Jeremy Johnson. I'm on the electronic monitoring unit. I was in my bedroom about to go to bed, and somebody called my leg and said that I was outside of my zone.
Shit. I'm so fucking tired of this shit, bro. Like, get this shit off of me.
The same officers who told us to disperse pinned us against the building, trapped us at a checkpoint that they had set up, and beat the hell out of us. So I was struck and pepper sprayed multiple times by multiple officers, all of whom were telling me to disperse. They were looking for a black guy around my size with a skateboard. So they grabbed me and me down to the car. One of them kept yelling, "Stop resisting, don't resist," and I wasn't. And I said, "Yo, I'm not resisting. I'm just confused as to what was going on. I was told I could leave." A sergeant then took me in front of a room of officers and yelled, "This is the guy who hit the officer with the skateboard. This guy's going to prison." So there was an immediate police trying to intimidate me and scare me, like before I had been Mirandized and before I had been interrogated. So I'm terrified. And then the interrogation happens, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna die. A judge looked at me, looked at the video, and said, "Due to the nature of the crime, you gotta pay a bail." They gave me $20,000 bail, which is higher than the bail of the officer that killed Breonna Taylor. So I had to pay more money to get out of jail than the officer that killed Breonna Taylor. The assumption is that I am too dangerous to be in public, which is really weird because we can't decide if I'm too dangerous if I have not been convicted. But, in regards to dealing with the system, I'm sort of already subject to it because they've already made decisions about who I am as a person based on a video that a judge said that they couldn't recognize me in. Like, it's feeling less about justice and more like petty revenge on behalf of a police department.
And I'm gonna enter my ID number in and get this cleared up.
But I didn't hear a response. Please try again.
I'm in my crib. I can't be more in the house.
Y'all, so I just got off the phone with electronic monitoring, and they basically told me that if I'm downstairs in my house,
I'm watching TV.
gee, I'm in the house. I'm in the house because I keep getting in trouble over this, and it's not fair to me because I am being compliant and I keep getting punished anyway.
If you go downstairs to a certain corner of your house, it'll beep. Or they'll call your leg or it'll buzz. If you're laying down with a blanket on in 12-degree weather, it'll buzz. If it snows and the satellite can't reach signal, it'll buzz. If it's raining, if it's cloudy, if it's windy, if anything's going on with the weather, and it is winter in Chicago, it'll buzz. And what happens is that an automated system sends me an email saying that I'm in violation. And what my prosecutor has been doing is looking at the violations and then bringing them up in court, but not reading the notes section that says he's at home. So all she's seeing is he's leaving when he's not supposed to, and all she's telling my judge is he's leaving when he's not supposed to. So not only do I look like a violent criminal according to what is being reported about me, but I look like I also can't be held accountable at home. which is not good for my case, because if the case is I should be allowed out in public because I'm not dangerous and because I am compliant, she's now building a case about me being non-compliant and disobedient, and it just isn't true. And my prosecutor's a white woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a myriad of layers that make my situation very precarious.
I am in my house. Why am I on house arrest if the shit doesn't work?
The beacons are all on back order, and they said, based on how my building is, because there's a unit in front of me and I'm in the unit behind that one, based on the fact that there are wires going across, that there are buildings around me, that my room is next to an alley, that I'm on the ground floor and there are 2 floors above me, a beacon might not even help. So the state can't even offer me assistance on their technology malfunctioning when I am doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm watching cartoons and playing video games the entire time this is happening to me. Like, I could not be any more in the house than in my underwear, watching Cartoon Network shows, and it happens anyway. It is terrifying. I wake up every day and I'm reminded every time I look down that I don't belong to me anymore, and that the people I belong to now don't even think I'm a person. And I hope that, like, anybody who sees this understands that, like, maybe people who own a torture facility in the middle of the city ought not have their testimony taken at first hand whenever someone gets arrested, because maybe when you give people that much power and qualified immunity and a gun, and they have a history of lying and murdering people, they ought not be trusted. And just because you work adjacent to them doesn't mean they should be trusted, because one day it could be you. Especially if you're like a black person who works in the system, or a black person who lives here, and you think, oh, I'm following the law, I'm never doing anything wrong. I've never done anything wrong. I have a perfect record. I don't even have a parking ticket. Doesn't mean anything. None of that respectability stuff means anything. If they see you, if you fit the description, that's kind of it.